This the one. People finna like this picture. About to post it. There. Now let's let the likes stack up. Likes should be coming in any minute. Any minute.
A few moments later.
Man, nobody has liked it. What is it? An ugly picture with the there it is. There it is. There it is. Whew, that was a close one. New friend request. WSLNX13 104 Street wants to be your friend. No, negative, decline. There's a time and place for that, bro. You don't gangbang on social media.
Yeah, I know I'm a product of my environment. Throw money straight, but when I'm old, there's no retirement. Should've been a doctor or a lawyer or a fireman. Job searching, but they say I don't meet the requirements. Think outside the box, think outside the box. Think outside the box, think outside the box. Think outside the box, think outside the box. Think outside the box, think outside the box.
After doing my interview with Street Gangs, I started reading the comments and I would see all kinds of stupid things like Sureños don't do interviews, real G's move in silence, and whoop-de-whoop, which would have been true 20, 30 years ago. But we're now in a new generation, it's a new era, and social media has taken over the world. I believe that 90s babies and early 2000 babies are the last generation of kids that will actually go outside and interact with other kids, playing freeze tag, playing with rocks and sticks, climbing trees, hands-on activities. Nowadays, you see 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds like, Mommy, let me use your phone. They want to be on apps. They want to be on YouTube watching Ryan's toy review. That's a kid who plays with toys when they could actually be playing with toys themselves. You got teenagers playing Xbox and PS4 online, which is fun, but when you're on it all day and distracted all day, you're out of touch with the real world, and that's not cool. There's actually people that post pictures of their food like we give a fuck. We don't. Everyone's on social media. You're on social media. Your mom's on social media. Your grandma's on social media. There's even people's dogs that are on social media. We all got that uncle or older homie that's on social media constantly throwing up gang signs and representing his hood like he's still in the 80s or the early 90s. Admit it. As for YouTube, as you can see, homies are little by little coming out. I got my channel. We got the homie American Cholo that likes discussing life learning experience. We got Neil Desad that covers all kinds of topics. As long as we're not snitching, as long as we're not mentioning names and details and actual crimes, then what's the problem? Especially when we can make a buck or two. What's the problem? But don't get me wrong. There's actually people out there that do self-snitch on themselves. It's ridiculous. Listen to this guy. This guy's hilarious.
Now, there are only but a handful of ways that one can actually self-snitch, but by far the most popular self-snitching technique is grabbing a gun, putting it on camera, and bragging about how real you are. I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna shoot him, niggas better not try me, look at my gun, look at my face, I'm a real nigga, self-incrimination. Watch these examples.
I ain't even gonna front. I used to do the same thing. But I was young, I was dumb. But anywho, let's skip this hood shit and let's discuss social media in general with the real world. There's actually people out there that work their ass off all day. And they get home and they get on social media, they see people living it up, having the time of their life, and they think to themselves, well, why am I working so hard and I'm not happy? Don't let social media give you a false perception of how people are actually living, because it's bullshit. The traveling, all that flashing money, all the success, all the fancy dinners, it's all a front. It's all people cropping and filtering their lives that is drowning the truth. It's ridiculous. That person you see flashing all that money all the time, all I do is get it. Yeah, he that's his bills money. That's his rent money, and he ain't even gonna have enough to eat after. That person you see traveling, like it's the way of life. Nah, they haven't been traveling since they were kids, and their parents lend them that money to get that ticket. That person you see in the nice whip, that's paid for. But in reality, they're behind on car payments that they looking out at the window at 3 a.m. checking if their car's still there, if it got repoed or not. Still there. Feel me? That person you see with the nice gold chain, nice watch, nice outfit, he hitting the club every week, but he can't even buy a drink. That girl with the perfect family, but her man beats her, cheats on her. But she got her nails did, hair did, everything did. Oh, she fancy, huh? Well, she fancy, huh? But her kid got dusty shoes on. You feel me? So there's more than one way to get catfished. Back in the day, you would be considered crazy if you had two personalities. But now it's okay. You could have two personalities, have two lifestyles, and it's okay. All for the likes, all for attention. But why? Why are people so addicted to social media?
We know that engagement with social media and our cell phones releases a chemical called dopamine. That's why when you get a text, it feels good, right? So, we've all had it where you're feeling a little bit down or feeling a bit lonely, and so you send out 10 texts to 10 friends, hi, 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 because it feels good when you get a response, right? Right? It's why we count the likes. It's why we go back 10 times to see if my Instagram is going slower, did I do something wrong? Do they not like me anymore, right? The trauma for young kids to be unfriended, right? Because we know when you get a hit of dopamine, which feels good. It's why we like it. It's why we keep going back to it. Dopamine is the exact same chemical that makes us feel good when we smoke, when we drink, and when we gamble. In other words, it's highly, highly addictive.
Did you hear that? He said social media is a drug and it's addicting. And me personally, I don't do drugs. Ever since I got jumped into the hood, I stayed away from drugs, kept my arm distance. Yes, I experimented with some weed, little coke here and there, Galdito in prison, but I was never ever addicted. Why? Because of the lifestyle I was living. It required me to be a healthy guy. I'm a gladiator, I'm a gangbanger, I'm a fighter, I'm an enforcer. You can't be out there gangbanging, fighting your enemy, and you can't even fight. You're going to lose breath immediately. You're going to get caught by the sheriffs because you can't even run a block or jump a fence. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. What I mean is, I was addicted to social media. My priorities were all fucked up. It was full of temptation. Like I would see the homies out and about at a bar, posting little pictures and stuff. Yo, what's hood? Next day I'm broke. And look, yeah, I'm a young stud, so I was sliding into all kinds of DMs and I would successfully score, finessing. But I was still waking up broke, and even though I had a quantity in women, I didn't have quality. Now they say when you get busted, that's when feelings established, and it's true because once you have someone riding for you, visiting you, accepting your calls, putting money in your books, you learn to appreciate them. When you have someone on the team and they slowly depart, you know not to fuck with them when you get out. And that's why I love my baby's mom to death, because no matter what, even though she hated me, she stuck by my side. And I love her to death. And that's why I'm never gonna leave her. And that's why I chose to be a better me, not only for me, but for her and for my kids. And I could honestly say I'm happy, straight up. I am. I don't care about social media, what's going on with other people. I don't care about other females. All I care is about the direction I'm going and about my family. And I could honestly say that the reason why our grandparents or people back in the day, generations back, are together or stayed together for so long is because they didn't have thousands of other people following them, liking their pictures and stuff, full of temptation. Whenever their relationship will hit the rocks, they go to comments and likes for a sense of appreciation, and which is all bullshit. I'm not with that fake shit, and I hope you ain't with that fake shit either. So look, yes, social media is entertaining, but you guys slowly gotta detox. Learn to give it an arm distance. Learn to give it an arm distance, and I promise you'll be happier. I promise.
Really is a point now where I think we have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works. That is truly where we are. Your behaviors, you don't realize it, but you are being programmed. It was unintentional, but now you got to decide how much you're willing to give up.